So we are live now. So good afternoon, everyone. A warm welcome to everyone joining us. I am Ananya Praharad, training coordinator for this tenure, and I will be your host for this alumni session. Today with us we have Inal Subham, an alumnus of NIT Rourkela from the Mechanical Engineering Department. He is currently working as an associate engineer at Caterpillar. Previously, he interned as a summer intern at the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. We are very excited to have you here so that we can get to know your insights and experience about your entire journey. So, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and give us a brief introduction?
Yeah. Hi everyone. I hope I'm audible properly. So, I'm Inal Subham, and I'm a mechanical graduate from 2024 batch from NIT Rourkela. So, I've been working in Caterpillar since 2024 January. I joined Caterpillar as an intern, 6 months intern. Then I started as a full-time employee around July 2024. And since then, I've been working on FEA simulations and process automation for all our standard works in validation of components. So talking about components, I majorly work on core engine components. Earlier, I used to work on the mounted equipments like turbos, brackets, and all. Now I'm supporting both the injectors and valve train. So
Um, so, starting with the questions, which mechanical engineering subjects or core concepts prove most important while preparing for roles in the core mechanical sector?
okay, so like if you want to generalize everything, then mostly for core jobs we see three different roles. Either it will be related to design or to thermal sciences or to manufacturing. So for design, I feel like whichever field you are going, you should be prepared with at least two or three subjects thoroughly that you can answer anything. Like by human, it's not possible to answer anything, but still you should have a little bit depth of knowledge for that particular subject. So during my um, placement season. So for Caterpillar, the role was typically it was already defined. So it was related to design only. So in my resume at that time, I remember I had mentioned only three subjects. That's strength of material, IC engines, and theory of machines. Similarly, you can pick three or four. Like for design, you can choose strength of materials, machine design, theory of machines, IC engines, and for thermal side, you can select like engineering thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, heat and mass transfer, and of course IC engine. So and if the job role specifically requires for manufacturing, uh, for last year when Caterpillar visited, so they were looking for some manufacturing engineers for our Perkins division in Aurangabad. So for that, you may require some additional skills other than manufacturing engineering, also like something on logistics side or supply chain side. Also, if it specifically requires only manufacturing engineering, then you should focus on design of cutting tools or manufacturing processes, decision modeling, and quality control metrology. Also, if you also have knowledge about industrial robotics, then that's cherry on the cake. Yes.
Yeah. So, like, what technical skills or tools such as CAD or CAE or manufacturing process, like, should mechanical undergraduates prioritize?
Okay, so let's just not limit the scope of skills to only to CAD or CAE tools. Okay, I'll first give a glimpse about the FE or CFD tools. If you want to specifically do FE or CFD as a simulation engineer or some other roles related to that, like design R&D and all design engineer, and you can start with Abacus. Mostly all over our field that I have seen, mostly the industry prefer Abacus or Altair, Hypermesh or Altair, Hyperview. ANSYS also is a major contributor there. ANSYS, Fluent, also Simon NX. That's another software, but these are all licensed software, and I think only for Abacus and ANSYS you get the student license, so you can practice on that also. And if you're working on some real life projects with some professors and all, then you might already have the license from your professor. And apart from that, you should also know MS Excel, at least not just MS Excel. You should be able to produce, like, use the functions, different functions, or automate things using Visual Basic macros or Python. And also, like, if you are learning Python, it's a plus point for you. Like, in current scenario, wherever you go, you will see automation, whether it's management or anything you go, you should know at least Python or MATLAB if you are solely looking for something in R&D or design, or product development in core engineering job. Also, you should be able to take leverage of large language models. Like, uh, you might have heard of the latest terminology, prompt engineering. So that's another thing. You should be able to use the latest tools to get and uh, make your day-to-day task easy and efficient.
Um, so how did you highlight your projects, internships, and hands-on work on your resume so that it aligns to your mechanical engineering profile?
Okay, so for projects and just a second. Yep. So projects and I had an internship at IIST. So there I
Mm.
worked with Priyadarshanam sir. So he is a research associate with the LPSC ISRO, if you know, LPSC stands for Liquid Propulsion System Center. So I got a project from ISRO side. So I may not disclose a lot of things because as I have already signed an NDA with them. So one of my generic project there was to develop a code or kind of replica of existing software of NASA, that was a GMAT, General Mission Analysis Tool. So I have to replicate one of the features of that to be applied in their application for small satellites. So there I used MATLAB and numerical analysis tools in MATLAB itself, like the Ranjagata numerical method. If you guys are aware with that, I'm not sure. So that gave me a plus point in my interview when the interviewer asked for my experience. So I explained that. And one thing you should always keep in your mind, that if you are explaining something, it should show your passion about that particular thing. Like, if you are just blandly explaining everything without any interest of explaining that thing, like, you just did it just because you have to for the placement or for your career. It shouldn't be like that. You should show some interest for that thing also. And another from another two projects, I highlighted one of my club projects when I was in that time I was in Udan. So I highlighted my FPV drone projects and the RC plane projects. So there also I got a question about what tools I used and what are the criterias and how we basically design those things. So there, my hiring manager at that time was interested, like, uh, he himself was from a electronics background. So not particularly electronics, but mechatronics, you can say. So he is a PhD he did PhD from Australia. So he had some interest in that also, in the drone technology. So he asked, like, what is PID? So as I had already worked and was working that time on STM32 based some PID projects. So I explained that also. And another project was from my final year project. So that was, you can say, my mistake. I shouldn't have mentioned that because I was not enough prepared for that particular project, because Caterpillar was one of the early comers in the placement scenario.
Mhm.
So that time I didn't do much in my final year project, but for to show something on my resume, I mentioned that which I shouldn't have. But anyway, still I got placed at Caterpillar.
Could you take us through your 6 month uh, internship at Caterpillar and how it transitioned into your current role as an associate engineer?
Yeah, that's a good question. So in January 2024, I joined Caterpillar. Earlier, I was offered only FTE, not 6 months. Dibyani, if you people know. So Dibyani was the only person who was offered both 6 months and FTE. So later on, I got a HR call and also kind of an interview for that also. So my manager was also there in the meet. So we got a chit chat, like a meet, a small interview kind of thing, you can say. Then I got the offer for 6 months also. Then I joined there. So first thing my manager told me, like, treat this as your zeroth day, like you don't know anything, and start learning from here itself. We are not expecting more things from you as you are a bachelor student. So don't. This statement is for those people who think like we are bachelor graduates now. There will be more expectation from industry side, like we should no this and that and all. So yes, there is some expectation, but they don't expect so much from you because they also know you are still like in college only. So that was one statement from my manager. So from there, I was under training for almost 2 months for understanding the basic process in the team, what we exactly do there, and then I got my first pilot project. Pilot project, I mean like a dummy project on a previous project that was already completed. I just need to replicate the same thing so that I will learn what the exact process is. So I did some pilot projects and then I started with model analysis and Mac analysis. So that was good. That was a very good learning opportunity, I would say, and that helped me later on in FEA. Like uh, when you uh, work on projects during your BTech, right, you consider like linear materials, linear properties. There is no non-linearity like geometry, contact, or material non-linearity in your projects. But when you go to industry, it's more realistic kind of thing. So they consider discard a lot of assumptions that we generally use in our simple projects. So that because they have the computational power to do so. Okay, so that's another thing. So I learned a lot of non-linearity, how to solve them, and if you are facing some issue, convergence issue, and all in FEA or in other numerical methods, then how to solve them and how to exactly first to get pinpoint the problem. If you don't know the problem, then how you are going to fix that, right? So I learned like how to uh, pinpoint the problems and how to solve them. So later on, when I shifted to that was on the NVH side, noise and vibration side. So later on, when I shifted to thermal structural team, so there I was already having the basic knowledge of FEA. I would say intermediate knowledge. So that to help me later on. So I was quick to grasp everything at that time, while others who joined without 6 months were kind of lacking because it's their first time there. But I was there 6 months before them, so that was one advantage of from my side over them.
So, what were the most valuable practical or project-based learnings from your internship that helped you settle into a full-time industrial role?
Okay, so when you join as a 6 months plus FTE, right, you already know you are already the part of the company. So if it's a 6 months plus PPO kind of thing, then you should focus on your projects and you should learn. Even if it's a FTE, 6 months plus FTE or offer also, you should. utilize that particular period for learning as much as you can, because after that, right, you will be an asset to the company and you will be judged, and your performance feedback and everything will be uh, depending on you, and you will be evaluated. But when you are an intern, you won't be evaluated. You are free to
Yeah.
do things, you are free to explore new areas, or like new technologies. Like when you get into a full-time role, right, you won't get enough time to explore new areas until and unless it's a budgeted project. Okay, so that time what corporates do is like the basic motive of hiring interns is that only that they can quality interns, I would say, that they can explore the things on behalf of the seniors and get back to them with some kind of summary or report, so that that particular technology can be implemented later on in future if
Mhm.
needed. So you should keep that in your mind, and um, do your internship with that approach of learning, and never let your curiosity die. If you are shy, if you are not able to ask your doubts to someone, then just Google it. That's completely fine. Google it or go to YouTube and learn about it. So, yep.
So like in a large global engineering organization, what professional mindset or work discipline do you think fresh graduates must develop early in their careers?
Okay. Mm, So, as I already told you, like the corporate don't expect much things from freshers, but some things you should have with yourself. That is, the first thing should be curiosity. You should ask questions, explore things, and because you don't know everything when you are joining a organization, right? You don't know everything. You are limited with your knowledge and all, and when you enter, then with time you gain experience, knowledge and all. So that is one mindset, curiosity. Another thing will be like the willingness to learn. It's not like you are a mechanical engineer and you will be working on mechanical core field always. If I take example of Dipyani, then she joined as a CFT engineer, but now she works as a part of the engineering software team. So you never know what opportunities are waiting for you. So you should be open to learning and exploring new things, and whatever thing you are doing, do it with utmost passion, with utmost interest. And yeah, I think that's more than enough for a fresher to have, and that's the only skills they when you go to HR round, right? And those are the skills they assess from you. Okay.
So how would you advise mechanical engineering students to plan their preparation and skill development from the second year onwards?
uh okay, second year onwards, like yeah, still pretty new to the department. Okay, as much as I remember in NIT Rourkela, first year is completely like all the department people are together. So it's a common pool of subjects. From second year onwards, you get to know, like start studying your core field subjects. So that's the best time I would say to take notes. Most of you, I know, don't do that, rely on PPTs. That's also fine, but at least you should learn. By learn, I don't mean like you should memorize all the formulas and all. I'm telling about you should learn the process at least, like how the things work. Or if I take example of in third semester you will be having your kinematics of machinery classes, right? So there you will be learning about multiple mechanisms and all. So you should at least know like these are the basic things that we use. And one more thing you should know is like the application of those things. If you are excelling these two itself from the very beginning, then you are more than good to go. Because most of the time, including me also, like most of us, what we do, we prepare for our exams last night. And when it comes to placement time, we just go through all the shortcut notes, whatever we can find from websites. So if you do the same thing from the beginning itself, I'm not asking you to solely prepare for an you should have a detailed knowledge about that from your second year, but at least you should have some knowledge about your field, about the subjects what you have learned. Yeah, one more
So
thing I would say, like if you are in second year, then start engaging on projects. It may be mostly it will be from club projects and all. And I think there are plenty of mechanical ME related clubs in our college. You can take part in any of them. Start work. Why I'm telling this is, you see, club is not a mandatory thing, but you it gives an interesting way, like if you are learning something just purely from textbooks or some tutorials, then you might get bored and you don't feel that connected with the subjects. But when you start working on a project, then if you are stuck at somewhere, then you think let's think how to solve this, and to solve that thing you learn a lot of thing around that. So that's the exposure clubs gives you, so you should definitely use that privilege.
so like what common mistakes or misunderstandings do you often see among students preparing for core mechanical placements or lessons from your own journey that juniors should avoid?
Okay, first thing, like the thing I already have told you that about my project. So if you are not
Mhm.
sure about your project, if you think you cannot see, you may have done 10 or 15 or whatever number of projects in your 2 3 years at an ITR, but you should mention only those things that you can able to explain to the hiring team with full confidence. It shouldn't be like you are doubtful about things, what exactly you have done in the particular project. So you should avoid those things and only mention the things you are confident enough with. Another mistake what people do is mentioning a lot of relevant courses that I also used to do during my internship period, right? So during the internship drive, I used to mention almost 5 or 6 relevant courses on my resume, and I get to asked so many cross questions from all of the field. So that was one negative thing, and I think that's the only reason I couldn't crack a on-campus internship. Okay, so you should only mention two, three subjects are more than enough. If I exactly remember my try to remember my Caterpillar resume, I I might have only placed three, max three subjects on that, and I got asked from those things only. Yeah, there might be some other expectation from the hiring team also. It's not like if you are mentioning only three subjects, they will be going to ask only from those. If they require some other skills also, they will ask you anyway. But it should not be like you are giving them an opportunity like, see, I know all of these subjects and you can ask anything about this. So that's one thing. And also about the certificates and all achievements. Okay, so don't mention any fake certificates or paid certificates that you can easily get from like Udemy, Coursera, and all. Though don't do those things. In Instead, what you can do, like I think SK Behra sir is still there, and he might be giving you the chance to appear for the CSWA, CSWP exams. That's a great thing actually. You people can appear those exams for free. As much as I remember, most of us in college did that also. So that you can mention in your project. And if you are taking part in some competitions outside of the institute, any competition, like based on that should be related to your, ideally it should be related to mechanical engineering, but if it's still not, then still if you are feeling that you can explain that thing and justify that thing to your current role that the hiring team is looking for, then good to go, you can mention that also. And Yeah, one more. What else? I think the CGPA thing, I think most of you are already aware of. Like CGPA is not everything. You definitely need skills to ace the interview, GD, OT, everything.
So like, what approaches would you recommend for securing off-campus opportunities in mechanical engineering?
Okay, so off campus becomes a little bit technical and tricky. So one suggestion I would say, already decided, if you have already decided that you will be going for higher studies, then just go for it. Don't look for placement at all. Okay, it will just bring you down from your goal, nothing else. But if you are confused, like what to do or what not to do, which field to choose, first thing you should do is get a job. Because as soon as, as long as you are in NIT, right, it's kind of spoon feeding thing to you. All the companies are coming to hire you. It's not like you are going looking for a job. But as soon as you leave NIT Rourkela, right, uh, things get complicated. I have seen my friends from electronics. Those departments usually get higher packages, higher salaries from mechanical engineering, no doubt. But still, they like some of my friends, they didn't join, or like they didn't get placed on campus, so they were looking for off campus. And I've seen them struggling for almost 7, 8 months. Recently, some of them got placed in Wipro, Infosys, and all. So off campus is good. Like you can is off campus and NIT badge, everything is there with you. But when you are going for off campus, right, it becomes difficult. When it's on campus, you are only competing with 140 others. But when you are going for off campus, you never know how many applicants are there behind that uh, role. So as long as you are in you guys are students of NITR, focus solely on campus. That's the easiest way to crack a job. But if you are still looking for off campus, then I would recommend Deepak or Deepak Mohanty from my batch, or some other people who got. They will be the one who can guide you better on this, I would say.
Okay, so like, what habits or routines helped you remain consistent and focused during the preparation phase and early professional life?
Maybe I would say bunking classes.
You
I'm just
just
kidding.
you just asked us to take notes. You just
Yeah.
said we should take
So
notes.
yeah. So at least you should be mentally and physically fit. Whatever things you are doing, that's more, I would say, fine. But at least you should take care of yourself, your physical health and your mental health. There will be time when after, especially after the internship drive is completed and you are about to enter the placement season, you will feel multiple times depressed, like I'm just done for. I won't be getting any jobs and all. Just so that's the and those are the things, like you, if you are taking care of your health, right? So those things will won't come to your life in the first place itself. And what else habit? I think most of you are doing something great there. I think maybe in clubs or in some organizing team or some competitions.
Mhm. Sorry?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Uh,
Um, so now we don't have any questions in the comments, so we will wrap this session up.
oh.
In case you want to add anything else.
Uh, Maybe I would say, like, enjoy every phase of your life. Maybe it's your college life or anything. Spends time with your friends, because they are your future connections. Okay, if you are searching for connections, you guys are your own connections. Okay, uh, recently I referred some of my friends for Caterpillar. So when you grow more and more in a professional field, right? So you will be looking for connections, and your friends will be the actual connections on the field. So
Okay. Thank you so much. So we will be ending the stream.